Here we are. Hey, everybody. We're back
We are.
for a wonderful, magical world that is known as the Road Hunters Motorsport Show. And
Yes.
funnily enough, my cat just walked in.
Good timing, I suppose.
Come on. Come on then. You coming up?
Funnily enough, the dog's just walked out, so
Fair enough.
no,
He's
back.
just fucked off.
He's back. Come on then.
He hasn't even got a cone of sheen on him today.
Oh. Oh,
Oh,
there he is.
Look at me. Oh, hello. Oh, little cutie. He's about a tenth of the size of Bonto.
Yeah.
Right. So there we go. Yeah. Another show of not pets car show. Pets. What the fuck? Oh, he's just come legging it in. No idea why. I think I've just left the door open today, so they're just like, ooh, free for all. Anyway, it's to do with cars.
Yes, you're right.
So, yes, Motorsport Show. Boom.
Shall I start? I do want to start.
Man. What have you been? Yeah, you start, and then I'll go into mad fucking rallycross shit again. And rallying, because it is life, Mr. Andrew. It is life, the glorious car gods give us.
So we've had touring cars and Formula One this weekend.
Yeah, man.
So lots to watch. So we'll start with touring cars. So in qualifying, they did the
oh yeah, it was
a bit different.
That new setup you were talking about last week.
Yeah. So I bet you can't guess who got pole.
Turkington.
Yes. So no difference.
In all fairness, though, it is like Sutton might have put in a little bit of it's not quite. No,
Sutton were nowhere near. So.
Fair enough.
So it was Turkington, Hill, and Ingram in qualifying. Nice. Race 1, pretty boring. Turkington struggled to get his tyres up to temp in first 2 laps, and then
what track were they at?
Snetterton. I think it's just rear-wheel drives in general struggle to get the tyres up to temp for the first couple of laps. Yeah. Whereas front-wheel drive, just get them straight up to temp, so they're all good. So after that, it just got a massive gap and just disappeared, basically. So yeah, that was pretty much race 1. Hill and Ingram were like battling the whole race. Hill went for a move on Ingram down inside, and Ingram pulled across like 2. Like, didn't give him enough space, basically, and which meant Ingram got spun. Like, luckily it was only 180, but Hill still got past, but he gave him place back just round corner.
Right.
Just to be fair, kind of thing.
He's going to get penalised if they investigate in it.
It probably wasn't his fault, really. He probably would have got away with it, but it's one of them.
I'm trying to quickly see if I can find a vid for it. You're right.
I just can't.
Bloody nothing out there.
It was quite an interesting one to show, but I forgot at the start of this race there was actually quite a funny. So because it was slightly wet, people were like, if you want to share that, people were coming out of were in the pits with wets on. So Andy Neat, who everybody takes the piss out of anyway because he's a terrible driver, he had wets on, and this is what they were all saying the track were like. So, that was quite funny. When I saw that, it made me laugh.
I like it sometimes, like when, when somebody takes a bit of a gamble. I can't remember what race it was last year. We took a bit of a gamble on going slicks, and
Yeah.
in the end, they just fucking decimated. Can't remember who it was.
Plato
Sure,
used to do it all the time. Like,
Yeah.
just put the opposite tyre to everyone else on and then somehow pull something out of a bag. But...
No more.
Yeah, so that was race 1. Race 2, Turkington, Ingram, and then Butcher. I can't remember what happened to Hill in that one. Not sure. Jack Goff had a big crash. He basically coming around, I think it was first corner, went too wide, got his rears on grass and just spun into wall. Luckily, he were at it back, so he didn't hit anyone, and managed to get car straight off track. So
that's good.
So that like bunched everybody back up with safety car, but Turkington still just like pulled away. So,
yeah, I always think that when you've got like a big lead and then something like that happens, and because technically they're supposed to slow down to a pace where they're not gonna catch you, but how do you really? They're star, aren't
they? Yeah. And then last race, obviously, it's a reverse grid. So Jackson came first, Morgan second,
nice.
And Turkington came third.
Whereabouts was it reversed at?
10th, I think. So we started 10th.
Yeah.
At one point, there were all 4 of the like championship contenders. So Ingram, Turkington, Camish, and Sutton all together fighting. On the last lap.
Pulled away a little bit then now. Championship.
Yeah, I think so.
Should have done, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Because Sutton didn't have a great weekend.
Right.
On the last lap, Ingram was in third. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, Ingram were in third, and Butcher were trying to get past him. Ingram pushed Butcher wide, and it's like a chicane. So it would wide into first chicane and had to dodge the second chicane and go over grass. So he didn't have any control and slammed in and like T-boned Ingram off track. So that gave Turkington
nothing
third.
Yeah.
I know.
That's gonna do, is it?
No. So it was pretty lucky that he got.
Given a reprimand, is it? Just trying to find it again, but.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. It was a racing incident more than anything.
Yeah.
Like one of them. So yeah.
Crazy fools with racing incidents.
So yeah, that is that.
Nice.
That's pretty much all of touring cars. So it'll be the last race, whenever it is.
Yeah, you got to think Turkington's good position really to take it in England.
Yeah, so that's we've got a few weeks off now. It's not till middle of November. But yeah.
It's been weird, Alex. It's been such like a busy kind of back end, and then all of a sudden we've got a couple of gaps coming in.
Yeah.
Got some proper winter racing.
Yeah, it will be as well.
I know. World Rallycrossing. I think it's got a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks till they're back. Speaking of Rallycross.
Yes.
Look at some Rallycross. So this no Worlds, obviously because we've got a little bit of a wait, but the BTRDA, which is the British Trials and Rally Drivers Association, I think. Yeah, they had their final event. They've managed to get 3 rounds in this year, and they had a final one up at Knockhill, and they did a live stream. Went out on Motors TV. Well,
yeah, I think
channel.
that's the one.
It was awesome. I'm not, relatively newish kind of getting into Rallycross and back into rallying after some time out. So it was really cool to see some Rallycross again, but getting that let's have a look, see if I share this. Oh, get it shared. So, yeah, up at Knockhill. And start off with 4x4 production.
I didn't even know they did Rallycross at Knockhill, to be honest.
Yeah, man, it's one of the it's well, you'll see it now because it comes down this right, and then they take that sharp right on the infield. It is stupidly bumpy. It's quite impressive, really. But it's quite a popular track, quite a well-known track. I mean, obviously, Rallycross started in Britain. Rallycross started in Britain at Leadenhall, I want to say, was the first ever one in the 60s. I think it was. Well, yeah, so you've got, when they do the Joker, which they haven't done on this one, where they come to the bottom there and cut back up, you have to go straight on to the far hairpin and then back round. And then I think they have a little chicane to come back on. But yeah, it was, so off we goes. That Subaru actually had a bit of an issue as well in qualifying because the gearbox went on it, so they had to swap the gearbox out before they came into the finals.
Not a cheap.
No, so yeah, 4x4 production, which is only 4 cars in it. Still getting about 5-6 races. These are the juniors. So these are only little 1.3 Swifts and a Saxo, but there's some right racing in it. Like they're really.
There always tends to be with juniors.
Yeah, I think because they don't give a fuck. Like they just don't have any fear. You're like 14, 15 years old, and I don't know. All you're thinking about is, well, cars probably because you're racing. Girls, but you know, weird at teenage years. So. Yeah, they just don't seem to care. I mean, there was a mental incident in the first, I think it was, what would have been now, probably like qualifying 3, where, I mean, look, he's flipping all over him. Where if you're coming along the start straight here, as you drop back down, as they turned right, one of them sort of spun out, or he got contact. So he spun out his way, and then he just basically went across the grass into somebody else and just T-boned him and just drove off. I was like, what an absolute legend. Not that last though, spinning out then. But yeah, they're just like, I mean, they're just all over each other. And look at that, that was nice for him, I think, to keep it there. He went wide and just kept his composure and cut on the inside. But you see now, like, so we're coming down to the last couple of laps, and there's so much like aggression. He gets right on the backside of the Saxo.
I wonder if they mean to have wipers on.
Probably not, but it's probably bouncing around that fucking far that you don't have a clue what you're doing.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, even them in like 1.3, it's screaming the fucking tits off them. They're going to be getting some. I mean, you know, they look like they're going damn quick. They're getting some right speed up.
Going over them bumps is going to be damn quick. Whatever
it's just mental. But yeah, I really quite liked watching the junior stuff up because it's just obviously it's very competitive and you know very similar specs because they are in effectively production cars. I'm sure the 1.3s, but they've just got some right talent of drivers. Really got some talent. And considering this is clubman level, which obviously you know because I've talked about it, I don't know, every other day. Go between rallying and rallycross. So obviously today with rally cars. Tomorrow will be rallycross again because I've watched this again. Obviously it's C2 production class. You know. Hey ho. As we say, production class. So this is production class. Yeah, so the production class is like your most popular class. They actually have two finals. So they had a B final, and the top 2 of that then get a place in the A final. You know, working out for the qualifying points because you've got your 3 or 4 qualifying races initially. So all these guys are basically split into. I think there was a 1.4 class, but I don't think there was any cars in it on Knockhill. So you got 1.6 and 2 litre. Realistically, your Saxos, your 106s, and your C2s are your most competitive vehicle. even though if you think like your 2 litres would probably get a bit more power, but for whatever reason, I mean, yeah, the Saxos are killing it. And I quite like those C2
Look at them jumping
BTSs.
over them bumps.
Oh, look at that C2, man. It's just, I don't like the rear of them, but I'm really, yeah, getting into them.
I'd rather just have a Saxo or a 106.
Well, yeah, but like 106, I was having a look, and they're getting a little bit rare. Like, they were costing some form of money.
I wanted a 106 Rally for my first car.
Oh, yeah, proper. This is super modified. These are fucking stupid. You see that blue one, KA at the front there? No, it's a flipping Ford KA. Right, that thing, 2.3 litre, front wheel drive, space frame chassis. Like, it's mental. I think it's on a sequential box. I think he either won overall or over 2 litre. Because in this production class, you've got a 1.6, 2 litres, and over 2 litres. Yeah. And then you also have Mini Cooper S, which you will see. So not that one, because that's too modified for the class. Fuck it, I've clearly not put it on here.
Well, now there are Corsa on there as well.
Yeah, man. Like, but that's the whole. These are just like mad builds. Like, I mean, look at that thing. I mean that Mini there. That's a newer one with the turbos, but that's got some right work done on it.
Yeah.
Like, these cars are rapid. But then I suppose if you get like a Super 1600 or something like that, that's the class they're also going to run in. And then some of these guys are running in the British series as well. Obviously, got Super National or Super 1600. What is a shame is that the production 4x4, you don't really have anywhere to go. Because obviously, if you've got like a 1600, well, you could go stupid, Super 1600 and effectively run, from what I can kind of make out, run in the modified, super modified category, and then also say go to the British and do the Super 1600. But in the 4x4 production, there isn't many events where they can do the clubman 4x4, which is like your modified. So basically, you just got to go into supercar, which is expensive. And these are mad. These are the retros pre-95, and I mean just a right mix of cars.
This might have been one I was watching, to be fair, over a week.
Yeah, it could have been, because I think the Five Nations as well, the British one. I think that's on Free Sports.
Yeah, I think that's what I was watching.
Yeah, so they would have had Lyddon, Hill. They've also got another Lyddon Hill round coming up, I think, in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think it was Lyddon Hill I was watching.
And again, some of these guys will be running in that as well.
Yeah.
Some of these guys will be running the British as well. Now, it actually started raining getting towards the end of this. I mean, I think I made drizzle. Obviously, a good Scotsman would never probably say it was raining up there, but it just ended up turning into carnage this race. It got a little bit, putting the back end out of that sugar. I love little Chevettes. Oh, look at that. It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
But,
You were trying too hard to send it.
He was, trying to go full send and not do it. I love that little Stratos replica as well. They just look so fucking weird. Well, they're pretty, I mean, the MR2 turbo's quick as well. Oh, like he spun out then. Proper spin out. But yeah, it's just, I'm really hoping that they're going to do more of these sort of live streams. I mean, I didn't realise you can pretty much go onto Motors TV website and watch it, because I'm old and shit. But yeah, it was fucking awesome, because, wasn't any rallying on, wasn't any World RX on. Got the old BTRDA on. So yeah, BTRDA is like your clubman level. You're starting from like, your production classes, and you got room of movement there. This year, like I said, they've done 3 rounds. They've done What have they done? Hill, Blighton, Knockhill. Because Pembury just cancelled everything, didn't it? And that's a fair old flipping whack.
Then he just whacked
And
into
then he just fucking
coming
destroyed
around.
the barriers as well, yeah, poor lad. So it got red flagged on this one, obviously, because you're going to come flat out around there and hit a little AX in a minute. So ain't really much else you're going to do other than stop the damn race. But, nice, cheap clubman racing. But I just think it's mad coming over them bumps there on that flipping infield, like it's so just ridiculous.
It wasn't even there. It were a bit further around as well. It were even worse.
Yeah,
it
it's
fly
just
through.
fucking all up and everywhere, man. I absolutely love it. It is a hell of a. I think even at that level, like you got some balls to do it, aren't you? It's like rallying. You've got to be a little bit tapped in the head. That's why we're gonna do it at some point.
Yeah. Okay.
We are. Fuck this. Maybe I'll pimp myself out or something. I mean, no, probably not. Do it. Little saxo. Little C3.
I'll definitely do it in a sax.
God, imagine my tits are like bouncing over that. Might have to get like a support bar or something. Yeah, man. But the saxo was really popular. Like, really popular. Plus, they pretty much share the same engine as the C2 VTS anyway.
Yeah.
Near enough the same. And you can both spend like $8,000 and tune them to 1,600. Just saying. Like that. About that. Probably more. Doing most of the work yourself. Be right.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Right. On to F1 then. So
back from the glorious clubman saxos to
the most expensive motorsport in the world.
See, I keep it real here, mate. Just for your average man and woman.
I know I'm never gonna race in F1 though. It's fine.
Yeah, but you'll see. I'm gonna race fucking rally or rallycross, and you are too.
Okay.
So tough shit. Got no choice.
So it was quite funny actually. There were a meme going around about in all of the practices, Bottas was first, and then you got to qualifying, and there were a meme going around at like the end of the second or third practice saying, "Oh, I can guarantee what's going to happen. Bottas is going to be first in everything up to Q3, and then Hamilton's going to be first and get pole."
I'm kind of guessing it just went like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. If you show that first video that I linked.
Yeah, man. F1 Portugal.
No, not the crash one. The other one.
Oh. Beautiful camera angles.
So this just shows how much the track
Et voila.
Pretty much does that, I guess, is the easiest way to describe it. Now, this is such a nice track, I think.
Beautiful track, isn't it?
Like, there's one point, I think it was going up that hill there.
Imagine that, though. You come up there, and then, like, you drop down.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna be so, like roller coaster.
I think it was Ricardo did actually say that when you're coming down that hill, you actually feel your stomach go.
I can imagine, because you're going to kind of go light almost, and the compression and the G, especially in them things. I thought it'd be quite interesting driving as well with the downforce difference and change at that point.
There were one.
It was so heavy on the downforce.
Yeah. They were saying you're practically looking at the sky before you go over that, so you don't know what's coming over that hill. So yeah, that was pretty much.
That's a shit song, wasn't it? Bit of a throwback there for you.
It was good.
No, it's alright.
So before I don't know. Not a
It was
clue.
alright. Good fun times. Apologies. Please continue, good sir.
So before qualifying, they actually had to delay it quite a long time because there were loose drain covers around the track.
It's a little bit dangerous.
Because it's quite an old track, they have drain covers like around outside. It happened a few years ago somewhere, and they had to go around and weld them all back down. So I think they did this.
Rolling out from like the pits with a fucking welder.
Yeah.
I was just borrowed Ferrari to weld. They're probably too advanced for welding, aren't they?
So
It's not like some
yeah,
drift
that
event or
happened.
some rally event, is it? They got a grinder and a fucking welder out and jobs are gonna.
So in qualifying, I think in one of practices, Stroll hit Verstappen the same way as he hit Lando in the race. So if you show that clip now.
Yes, mate. I'll show it for you.
So after this happened, I think Verstappen called Stroll a Mongol.
As you do.
Yeah, because he just like turned in him.
To be fair, yeah, he's just gone past him there.
I think you'll show another.
By the time he's cutting back in, that was a shit move.
Yeah. Like he's just nowhere near past him.
That's just a dick move.
So that's the second time he's done that basically.
I mean, he's got plenty of speed, but you've got to know you're cutting in, you're going to completely cut him off.
Yeah.
You got a car there still. You can't.
So I was fuming at that because Lando, my boy.
Yeah, man. Oh, he's just a legend, isn't he? Fucking love a bit of Lando.
Anyway, so Stroll did the exact same thing to Verstappen. And Verstappen said, "What a retard. Yeah, I've done it. What a Mongol." That's exactly what Verstappen said. So the Mongol Identity Organization has issued a formal letter to Verstappen asking for a public apology. He used the word Mongol, which is fair enough.
I'm assuming he meant like Mongol or something, but
yeah probably. So, and then after the race, Lando said in his interview, he basically said Stroll shit in other words.
If he's done that twice, yeah.
Yeah, he said something along the lines of Stroll doesn't learn from his mistakes and his crap. Yeah. He also said that Hamilton, he doesn't really care that he's got I'll get onto that anyway because that ruins.
Oh, you almost give it away. So, I mean, it's the fact that everybody watching this probably knows.
Yeah, but anyway. So, first few laps, McLaren, both of the McLarens came from 7th, 8th-ish up to 1st and 4th. So Sainz were in first for a good few laps because he were on softs. He just got so much grip at start. Verstappen were also on softs, but somehow crashed into Perez. So yeah, that would good of him. So then Stroll hit Norris, got a 5-second penalty for that. He then got another 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits a bit later.
Doing well then, isn't he?
So yeah, they ended up retiring him because he was just that far behind.
Yeah, what's the point?
They said he had an issue, but I'm not buying it. Russell nearly got
last weekend in Rallycross when what was it? I'd had an issue, and because Larson had to go in, it's because Larson fucks up that much, but it's the only way you get him into the final.
So, Russell nearly got a top 10 again. He was running in top 10 for a good chunk of race. So, and unfortunately, it's looking like he probably ain't gonna get a seat next season.
Gutted.
But he's so good, but he's driving the worst car, and he's still managing to get decent results.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a shame if he don't. So it finished Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen. Leclerc managed to get fourth in his dead horse of a Ferrari again.
That's nice.
So yeah, that means Hamilton's now got 92 wins, which is obviously a new world record.
Very impressive.
Which
It is
depends
actually
who.
ridiculously impressive.
Oh yeah, it is. Like, there's no doubt.
And you're flipping gone. What the hell, man? What's with your Wi-Fi situation? Are you back? Hello.
Never.
Well, here we go. Anyway, what it sees on my computer, what it records, Mr. Andrew. See, you gone all weird again. There you go. You're back. Oh, I saw a cute little smile. That was nice. Hello.
So depending on who you ask, kind of depends what sort of response you get about Hamilton.
Yeah, because you do seem to have get like weird. Or
like some people say.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But a lot of people who say.
There you go. You're back.
The dick also say that he's undeniably best, though.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing is as well, is he's at like 92 wins now. Now, Schumacher, legendary, just fucking amazing. But he was getting to the back end of his career. Like, he could drop it off. Hamilton isn't. He's got plenty of time left.
So that's what.
It's ridiculous to think about the fact that 92 is nowhere near what he's going to be when he's finished. He's going to hit 100 easily.
Oh yeah. Well, this is what Verstappen said in his interview. He said, he's going to end up with way over 100. Like,
it's not even going to be close to anybody else. Like, it's got to be stupid. So
they asked Lando in his interview what he thought of Hamilton's 92 wins. This is after he'd talked shit about Stroll.
So he's in a good mood.
Yeah,
clearly
in a good mood. He said something along the lines of, "I don't really care about Lewis because he doesn't. The only people he has to race are Bottas and Verstappen because his car's that good." Which, he's got a point.
Fair enough.
So
focus on who you can be.
Yeah, he came out with an apology this morning saying, I've been stupid and careless with some things I've said lately in media and interviews.
Not like, but even that, he's not like bad, is he? He's not like slagging anyone off. He's just saying he's too good for me to care about. Like, whatever.
So, I mean, he probably didn't need to. Probably didn't need to apologise, but he's a good guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a lovely gent. We like him.
Yeah, that's it for Formula 1.
Very nice. What else is there? I didn't watch it all.
That's it for me.
Yeah, so I'll do. Half an hour long. We've got other things to touch on, but we can touch on them at a later time in a discussion-based format. So I think that'll wrap us up.
It will.
Nice. I quite like that because it was a good mix of stupid high-level FIA shit and then clubman dumb shit and everything in between. Beautiful. Beautiful. Happy days.
Indeed.
So another enjoyable conversation, good sir.
Conversation.
Yes. Everybody, start getting your thoughts in the comments. Let us know what you think. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Oh, you're on.
That direction.
Not that.
Is the light? I don't know.
No, but that other corner.
Somewhere down there.
At some point on the screen, there's a button that says like, subscribe, and then like with a thumb.
Well, it doesn't actually say like. Yeah, it's just got a thumbs up.
That's my impression of a YouTube thumb. But and I think a big thing I want to get as well as we keep doing this is get commenting, get your thoughts on the stuff.
Yeah, anything that people think we could discuss. It's good to
if you think we're talking shit, we are. So feel free to say that.
I can agree with that.
If you believe we're going to become rallying and rallycross gods, like I do, I mean, that's like the closest I'm probably going to get to a race, guys. A pretend fucking T40Z model. It's not the closest I'm ever going to get to owning a T40Z, to be fair. But yeah, I need to actually get my paints ordered. I can do updates every week.
Just don't pick it up when it's wet.
Yeah, that's something I am going to do. So there's no point even saying not to. It's going to happen. You know, it's like I'm going to fall over with it at some point. So I fall over everything else.
Right, good place to finish.
Anyway, yeah, chatting shit. Stay
Goodbye.
safe, everyone, and yeah, drop a comment.
See you next
See you
time.
on Saturday. Saturday. Goodbye.